Good morning. Today is Thursday, August 6th. Investing in yourself should feel like a celebration and not a conflict. But for so many of us, guilt gets in the way. Whether it's spending money, time, or energy on personal growth, rest, hobbies, or support, we sometimes feel like we have to justify it. The truth is, investing in yourself isn't optional if you want to grow, it's essential. Honestly, when I purchase things for my business or the thought of spending money on a new business venture often triggers guilt, but so does buying clothes at times. With that said, I think it's important to invest in yourself and not let the guilt win. Guilt often comes from old conditioning beliefs that say you should prioritize everyone else first, that your needs should come last, and that investing in yourself is selfish. But those beliefs aren't yours. They were inherited, modeled, or absorbed. The voice that I often hear is, should you be wasting money on this? Or you don't have much money right now in the bank, that can wait. The reality is that if I don't invest in me now, then I will be continuing to wait and wait and wait. When you pour into yourself mentally, emotionally, financially, your entire life benefits. You become more energized, grounded, creative, patient, and present. The people you love don't need the drained, depleted version of you. They need the supported one. I know my family has benefited from me starting my own business, taking the time to invest in my self development, and continue to benefit from me going to the store to buy myself something because I always end up finding something for them. And in all honesty, though, when I take the time to invest in myself, the benefits are far more reaching than just to my own self. Before you invest in yourself, you might need to give yourself emotional permission. That permission might sound like, I matter, my growth is important, or I'm allowed to prioritize my needs. Once you grant yourself that permission, guilt loses its grip. So, what do you need to allow yourself to receive? I think that is an important question. For me, the answer is I need to allow myself to receive investment into publishing my own planner. That is something I really want to do, but I've been feeling a bit hesitant to spend the money. Can I be honest with you? It's only $23 a month for the tool. That isn't a large amount of money, but for some reason, I haven't allowed myself the permission to spend it, which is false at this point. This is false at this point. I'm sorry, I'm having to repeat myself because I wrote this before I invested in the tool. I used it and I let the trial run. I have since paid the money. And I'm going to tell you, I have not made the planner yet. It does not have all the things I need to make the planner, so I'm going to have to look at other investment tools. But that's okay because I've written 6 journals with the tool, and I just completed a word search puzzle book, and I'm super excited about that. It's called Haunted Halloween, and the cover's gorgeous. Anyhow, I'm doing taking a break from manifestation journals and doing some word search journals. So I'm super excited about that. So you're the first to hear about that. But let's move on with about investing because that's the topic on my mind today and was on my topic on my mind a couple of weeks ago when I wrote this. I had to push this one out because there were other things I wanted to talk about on those days. Now, again, investing in yourself doesn't always look like spending money. It might look like rest. It might look like learning. It might look like boundaries. It might look like going after a dream you've put off for years. Investment in any choice that moves you closer to alignment. Things that have invested in that don't cost money are learning new skills, setting boundaries around my time, and learning more to move my body, learning how, not more, how to move my body more. There we go, effectively to reduce health risk. I'm so tired. So you don't need a massive lifestyle overhaul to invest in yourself. Small, consistent decisions can change your entire life. Taking a class, starting therapy, reading a book, waking up earlier, journaling, or decluttering your environment, which I need to do. So ask yourself, what is one small investment you can make this week? I think mine can be drinking more water and reducing the amount of soda that I drink. Mountain Dew Zero is my favorite, and it's sitting right beside me. One of the biggest sources of guilt is the fear of what others might think. But here's the truth: people who get uncomfortable with your growth usually benefit from you staying small. Your investment in yourself is not their business, and it's not their responsibility to understand it. Let's not be ugly, but let's get real here. If they're not paying your bills, it's really none of their business. It's as simple as that. So when you notice and appreciate the results of investing in yourself, guilt fades. You see the improved mood, the better decisions, the clearer thinking, the healthier relationships, and you realize the investment was totally worth it. Investing is starting my own business, has provided my family with a means of extra income. I am confident that when I pull the trigger on actually figuring out this planner business, it's going to be the best planner ever. And it will also provide a means of extra income. I love expanding myself, sharing with people what I love. And if that results in an income stream, then honestly, that is an added bonus. I do not get paid for TikToks, I do not get paid for the YouTube videos. I'm simply sharing with you things that I'm going through in hopes that it helps someone else and helps you because I just want to be helpful, to be honest. But if you want to live a life you're proud of, you can't bypass self investment. You just can't grow without support, and you can't evolve without stretching. You can't flourish without nourishment, and you deserve that nourishment just as much as anyone else. Investing in yourself without guilt is one of the most powerful mindset shifts you can make. It honors your growth, protects your energy, and shapes your future. When you choose yourself, you rise, and everything around you rises with you. Now let's move on to today's positive affirmation before these two ding dongs go crazy. It is, I am valued and worthy of giving and receiving love. I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.